Hey, I'm Bob. I've been blind since birth, and I'm into Power Rangers. Remember to share, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button if you think about it. It helps the channel. I'm holding the Mighty Morphin box set from Shout Factory in my hands yet again. We're talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 23. This one's called Itsy Bitsy Spider, and it aired on October 12th in 1993. So the Rangers are trying to get a petition signed. They want their forest spirit statue to be saved, their local Angel Grove statue to be saved. And the city council wants to tear this thing down, put up a barbecue pit in its stead. Bulk and Skull are all for that because they would love some decent, in their own words, some decent chicken and ribs, probably some burgers too. So they decide to unleash the Rangers bug collection that they've been working on as a science project, and we find out as a result that Zach's afraid of spiders. So that night, the minions of Rita, Squat, Babu, and some putties, they show up and they steal the real forest spirit statue and they replace it with a fake from Rita. So that is not good at all. On the moon, Rita's going to have Finster create a Spidertron monster. And yes, I wish Hasbro would make that. Spidertron's a really fun, really interesting looking monster. I did own him when I was a kid. He came with a bit of webbing that you could attach to two of his pincers. He had six, actually eight pincers if you count his legs, that he used in combat. Lightning Collection version would be fun. You give him a lightning effect piece to come out of his mouth. He shot lightning out of his mouth, I think. He fired off these big spikes against the Megazord when he grew. And Rita decides to put some bugs made out of sleeping powder in the statue, the fake statue that she's going to send down to Earth too. Some spiders, some moths, I guess, some butterflies. So Spidertron could possibly come with a couple of those that cause the folks in Angel Grove to go to sleep if these insects made of sleeping powder touches them. So yeah, the fake statue is sent to Earth along with her monster, her Trojan spider, as it were. And we see Bulk and Skull again. They're trying to mess with Billy and Billy's mouse, Jack. But we find out that the mouse is much smarter than the two bullies. And the Rangers got to go out. They got to reacquire their bug collection from, they got to pick up some bugs from the park, from the woods, wherever they are. And Rita decides to send some putties to wear the Rangers down, I guess. But that doesn't work. The Rangers beat the putties back. Zach, he's off doing his hip hop keto class, as he calls it. Tommy's off practicing his karate class, or his karate moves, rather. And so everyone's kind of split up, and that works to Rita's advantage, of course. Zach, he's teaching his class. He forgets a cassette in his car, so he's got to go out there to his car and pick that up. And while he's gone, the bugs, the spiders, the moths, the butterflies show up, and they put all the kids to sleep. So Zach, he comes back. He knows something's up. He decides to morph, and he discovers, this statue is a fake. It's got snakes in its hair rather than spiders. So he tries to blow the statue away with his blade blaster, but out pops the Spidertron monster. And the other Rangers are made aware of this by Zordon. They all morph, and Spidertron is not playing around, man. He is wrapping folks up in webbing. Then Rita really decides to turn up the heat, or the webbing, as it were, and she makes Spidertron grow. They got to summon their Zords. They do form the Megazord, but this monster, he is so powerful. He's shooting webs at the Zords, I think big spikes at them, and he's probably firing some lightning out of his mouth. And they can't hold Megazord formation. They have to, they've got to disperse and go into their individual Dinozords in order to try and stop this monster. And Zach, he uses some Mastodon freezing abilities on Spidertron, and Spidertron, it seems like it's going to work, but then Spidertron, he makes this real funny cartoony noise, and he's just shaking it off, and then we see Tommy doing his karate moves, and Zordon lets him know, hey dude, you got to morph and go help your friend. So Tommy morphs, and they summon the Dragon Zord, or Green Ranger. He summons his Dragon Zord, and the Dragon Zord missiles don't make a dent in this monster. I think the Spidertron shell, I remember he had this big shell on his back. I think that probably deflected the attack. So then they form Dragon Zord fighting mode out of the Dragon Zord, the Mastodon, the Saber-Tooth Tiger, and the Triceratops Zords. And then they finally finish the Spidertron off with the Dragonzord Fighting Mode's Drill Staff attack, and I had no idea he used this finishing move until my brother described it to me when I was a kid. I used this staff when I was playing with my old Bandai toys, but I didn't know this was a new finishing move to me when my brother described it. So really cool. Drills a big old hole in Spidertron's spider belly, I'm guessing, and he goes kablooey. And well, Zach, he seems to have overcome his fear of spiders. He used his Mastodon freezing attack on it. He put up a good fight. But Tommy, at the end of the episode, he really wants to make sure Zach's fear of spiders has been overcome, so he puts a big rubber spider on Zach's shoulder. Zach, he yells a little bit, but then he starts laughing because, it was all in good fun. You gotta love Tommy, our neighborhood prankster there, I guess. So that is it for Itsy Bitsy Spider. Next time we're going to be talking about episode 24, the Spitflower. And man, is that ever a good episode. I tended to enjoy that one too. So I will hear you guys in the next Ranger recap or review or whatever you want to call it. In the meantime, do watch out for Spidertrons and don't be fooled by fake insects. I mean, they might be made out of sleeping powder and all that. So I'll hear you guys next time. I'm going to go, I don't know, take a nap or something like that. So yeah, till next time.